What's going on, Boosted Mob family? As you can see, I got my Boosted Mob shirt. Yeah, so today is gonna be a pretty cool video. Something I don't normally do, primarily because it's like, why y'all gotta all be up in my business? But a lot of people have asked me on YouTube and on Instagram, kind of, what do I do? How much did I spend on the Evora? How much am I spending monthly? Obviously, I didn't pay cash. And I figured today, then I'll just talk about how much did I spend on my Lotus Evora and my M3, the mods that I put into it, kind of like what's in the horizon. So we're going to talk about today. Let me head out to the garage and pull these cars out. So the big question I have for you guys right away, look at this sun, Jesus, let me step into this garage. So the big question I have for you guys is I've kind of looked at what I've spent for this car and how much Cayman GT4s are going for. I think I spent close to 80, and Cayman GT4s you can get for under 80 now. Should I have waited and got a Cayman GT4 for less money to equal money as my Lotus Evora 400? That's the burning question that kind of sticks in the back of my mind now, but that's not the basis of this conversation today. So let's go ahead and get into it. But I'd love to hear your comments about Lotus Evora 400 now in terms of its pricing comparable to the 981 Cayman GT4. I think I'm saying that right, not the new 718s. And tell me what you think. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And definitely like my video. Thumbs up are good. And yeah, let's get on into it. So first and foremost, you would think I'm filming this in the future. It is 78 degrees here in Dallas in this beautiful November day. It's hard to believe that Christmas is around the corner because it's still so nice. I'm in short sleeves and shorts. I'm gonna pull the car out and get to it. And for those who are all bundled up, stay warm. One of my favorite things is this multi-step process you have to do. I'm about to tell you guys how to steal a Lotus. Stick the key in the ignition, turn the key over, press this button one time for good faith, put your foot down on the brake, hit that on over there. The car is started, and that is how you do it. It's kind of funny. I had a hole in my tire a couple days ago and they could not start the car. I actually tried to play dumb and see how long it would take them to give up. Let me cut the radio real quick. And I just watched as one guy went out, two guys went out. By the time they got to about 5 guys at the tire shop trying to start the car, they said, hey, I was wondering if you could pull the car in for us. And I had to explain to them kind of the multi-step process I just explained to you guys. I mean, there's no way someone's gonna know how to do this if they haven't been taught. When I first got the car, the guy didn't even tell me how to do it. And I was like, how do you start this thing? And I had to look it up in the manual. So anyways, that is one funny thing. What is on this iPhone? Like, does some weird stuff with glasses. It's so crazy. But anyways, let me stop being distracted. And how warm it is. If I did, well, you're gonna find out again. Oh my gosh, it's so warm. It's like freaking heaven out there, guys. It's amazing. But yeah, let's get to it. Testing. I'm really hoping this is working well. I got this awesome gimbal I'm working with, and it's giving me some nice side action. So what I want to talk about is, I have a 2017 Lotus Evora 400, and for the sake of those who may be new to the page or new to this video, there's a Lotus Evora 400 that came out in 2 years, the 2017, which I have, and the 2018. Honestly, the only difference between a 17 and an 18, from what I could really understand, was that the 18s came with the carbon fiber hatch. Otherwise, pretty much the same car. I also think they came with the carbon fiber roof. So carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber pack, hatch, basically the carbon fiber pack, so to speak, came on the 800 standard. No difference in price, at least how they're going out the door. But when I went to buy my 2017, this was before the 2020 release, and the 18s were still a good $10,000 to $15,000 more than the 17s, and then those that were in a decent price range were colors that I just didn't want. So when I sourced my white on red Lotus Evora 400, it had 3,800 miles on it, and still had the warranty and everything that I could still use. And the car basically had the black pack, the upgraded infotainment for whatever that's worth, the subwoofer, cruise control, the auto transmission that the purists will say is dumb, but I don't let that bother me. Driving is driving for me in terms of with my hands on the steering wheel. And outside of that, I think it had the black, I think that's it. I'm about to say black pack again, but I already had it. So it had all the options, so to speak. The car they were originally asking was $83,000, which wasn't bad considering that the spec sheet for it went for, I think, close to 105. Inflated numbers, whatever you want to say, because I don't think anyone's buying a Lotus for whatever MSRP the car was. But anyways, the car was originally 105. They were asking 84. Through negotiations, I got the car down to 74. So I was pretty happy with the price, $74,000 for a pretty much brand new Lotus Evora. And granted, there are Series 1s out there, so the Evora S you can get for 55, 50, 45 grand, but the little things they did with the 400, the different supercharger, the power bump, all that, I really wanted. And whether or not that's worth the $20,000 bump, that's in the air. But whatever. So the car was $7,400. I keep saying $7,400. The car was $74,000, and I paid the taxes cash, which I think was 6.25%. So it might have came out to somewhere around $5 grand, $5,500. And then I paid the ship it, which I worked with them on, and we went 50-50 on the shipping, so I covered 50% of the shipping. I think that was about $600 to get it here on my end. And outside of that, I think, what else is really critical? I think that's really it in terms of the overall base price. So close to $80,000 all in with taxes. I put, I think I got it down to where it was $70,000 is what I was financing. And guys, this is the most I've ever financed on a car before, because the car before this that I had was the M3, and it's been 2 years since I've been making payments. So yeah, going from no payments to a $70,000 finance payment, you know, it hurt a little bit, even though, you know, it could be done. It's just, anyways. So how much was it? How much does that come out to monthly? I know that's the dying question, right? Apologize for that. I got interrupted when I was talking, so let's get back to it. I think I was just about to. I suck at this gimbal, guys. This is hard. I don't think I have it set up to track my face or something. It's so sunny out because it's so warm. If I didn't say that again already, like I was saying, I'm killing you guys. The car was $70,000 for what I financed, 60 months. 3.3%, I think, somewhere close to that, through, I'm pretty sure I used Lightstream. It was very simple. Checked my credit score, did a little quick background check, didn't care that I didn't have an auto loan for a while. I tried a different company, and they were checking my auto loan. They're like, you don't have any history. I'm at a risk, even though, like, the debt to income ratio, the money I had available and stuff, they didn't care. Lightstream didn't care about any of that. So, with those numbers, 60 months, 3.3%, $70,000 after I put in 10 grand. The payment's about $1,265 a month. Kind of a lot, but not that much. I mean, yeah, I'm like in this weird place. I'm a huge car lover, but at the same time, I'm trying to do a lot of things, and I need more money to be able to do everything. I'm trying to get into some other things to get some passive cash flow going, and that requires money. And if all my money's getting tied up in the cars and car mods and stuff, then that's a problem. And not all of it, but enough of it to be like, dang, $1,200 I could really be using as an investment for something else. But I guess this is an investment in something else. I don't know, we'll find out. But so, not to get too much into that, just to give you a little bit of backstory, and this is a great segue into the M3. When I bought the M3, I bought it right after, not right after school, but so while I was in school, I had a 135. During that time, I got rid of the 135 around 2015. Actually, shit, I'm lying. I got rid of the 135 around 2016. I graduated, started working in January 2015. I had just bought a house that I moved into in May, townhome, whatever. And I bought the M3 in October of 16. So during that time between October of 16 and October of 15, my gosh. In March of 16, I got rid of the 135i. So during that time, I had my M3 and my 135i. It was probably the almost equivalent to the most amount I was paying for cars so far, because that came out to be about, actually that was only $900 for both of those cars, and here I am paying $1,200 so for just one car. But anyways, I bought the M3 on like a 66-month 3.5% interest plan, which, you know, at the time for me was like, wow, that's a lot. But I ended up paying the car off a year and a half later. So then between that 16, a year and a half from there was 17 and a half to 19, I had no car payment. It was great. There's a lot I could do with it. With that, let's talk about the M3.